just would like to ask you to introduce yourself to our listeners.
You said that again?
I mean, I would like to ask you to introduce yourself. Who is Marcus?
Okay. My name is M. Keith, a.k.a. Marquis Jackson, Addison, New Jersey.
Okay, Marcus, how did you get involved with music?
I feel like I've always had a love for music since I was young. So I've pretty much always been involved with music. I know I listened to it a lot when I was little, and I always wanted to make it. I always wanted to make some kind of music, whether it was, banging on a pot or chopping on the wall or a desk or something. I was always into making music, and I guess it just evolved throughout the years.
And also, I know that when you were a child, you used to attend church a lot. How were you influenced by your church?
Yeah, I was pretty much raised in a church. Growing up, my family, they usually owned the church, so I used to watch my cousin play the drums. The church, they had a great choir, and they had a guy who played the saxophone. They had a guy who played the drums. The guy on the organ, keyboard. My mother, she sang for the choir, so I was always at the rehearsals, and I was always intrigued by the music that they made, and I always wanted to be a part of that. So I used to sit by the drums and watch my cousin play the drums over and over every Sunday.
So right now, Mike is a songwriter, a hip hop and a rap artist. So who's your inspire? I mean, who's your favorite hip hop or rap singer?
Man, it's from what I'm listening to now, from what I listened to then. Your obvious icons in music. I listen to Jay-Z, Biggie Smalls, Tupac. I listen to everything back then in the 90s. But I also like the newer music too. I kind of mix that in with my music too. So, you have your Fetty Wap, shout out to Patterson. You have Fetty Wap out there who's doing really good. He's holding it down pretty much the game right now. I listen to Kendrick Lamar, Big Sean. I listen to all the major, Drake, Lil Wayne. But I guess they all played a part.
Yeah, and then being young and then who grow on the street and get involved in reggae music. So can you tell us what really inspires you? Is it things you live on the street or things you live somewhere else?
That's a mix. I feel like it's both. I have my experience from the streets that, things that I'm pretty sure a lot of people go through, but things that I've went through and, personal things within my life, I try to mix it in with my music. I write songs, so I hear R&B track here and there, and then something I'll go through, and they'll make me, convert what I think, what I feel, along with what happens, and I just tend to write songs about it.
Yeah, and then we know that you went to jail and you have a absentee father. How did you go through all the things?
Can you say that again?
So I know that you went to jail and you grew up without your father, which is something really hard for a young man here in America, especially a black man. So how did you go through all those problems?
Yes, we went from, we lived in a project, then we went to, my mother tried to move us to the suburbs, and she did it all pretty much by herself. So just that alone, it made me want more for my mom, made me want more for my family. That's why she used to rush me. You know, I mentioned before that I went to, you know, my mom's choir rehearsals, and, you know, just seeing her struggling alone is just, you know, it made me want to do more. It made me want to support my family to where we didn't have to see those type of days anymore. Going to jail.
How is like the rap scene is like for like young people like you were trying to raise to the top?
So how has it changed?
You know, how is the rap or the R&B scene like business is for young artists like you were trying to hustle to the top?
Oh man, it's such a grind. It's so hard. It's so hard because, you know, nowadays everyone raps, you know. Nowadays everyone sings. Everyone makes some type of music. So just the fact that I have to go against, you know, a lot of people that share the same passion that I do, you know, I'm pretty sure others are going to think that they're more passionate than others. But, you know, for me, it's just starting off as someone who doesn't have access to the things that I need as far as becoming an artist. That makes it hard alone. You know, that's one of the things that makes it hard. But I see other artists in my city, you know, like I said, shout out to Patterson again. You know, once Fetty took off for Patterson, he kind of opened the door. He opened the door. So if it kind of shined the light, like, you know, I watched him blow up in front of my eyes. So that was that was pretty motivating to have to see that, you know, someone who went from nothing to where he's at now. You know, it's pretty motivating, and it's a great opportunity to seize once the light is shined on not just Jersey alone, but, you know, Patterson in itself, dealing with all the negativity surrounding Patterson. It's great that music is, you know, the light.
Yeah, because I know Patterson. I've been there several times, and I got shows around, and I'm right now having a show over there. Will you please tell us a little bit about like some of the social issues that are existing in Patterson? Because we know it's like a violent, it's a really violent and very, you know, it's a very violent like city town.
Very, yes. We've been a violent city for a long time. Big down the hill, you know, up the hill beef that's been going on for years. It's been going on forever. So it's to me it's pointless. You know, like do you remember what it started over? Do you remember why it's to the point that, you know, innocent people have to die because you have young misguided brothers who were, you know, they wanted to take a stand and see if they could be better than the next man, and it's just like, you know, what's the point of that? You know, you're always going to meet someone bigger and badder than you. So who's going to stop the cycle? That's how I look at it. You know, I used to be one of those guys that's, you know, out and about, had a point to prove, and I guess after growing up and getting a little wiser and seeing, you know, losing friends, losing family, watching little innocent kids lose their life over a beat that they weren't even born for. You know, it's pretty sad.
Yeah, it's really sad. But like as an artist, you have a job to do, like open the eyes and the minds of people. So are you working? Are you like on the move to like conscientize people? I mean, just open their mind and bring peace in that city.
Yes, you know. Hopefully, I guess right now, you know, like I said, the light is shining on Patterson. So a lot of people that, you know, maybe were embarrassed about singing, you know, they probably could hold a tune and no one would ever know because they didn't want to, you know, look soft, and they didn't want to, But now it's like it's a different time. It's a different era where, you know, you're not made fun of for, you know, knowing how to dance. Like, who would make fun of somebody for that? You know, so people are more passionate about their passion now. And, you know, music can become an outage for, you know, young youths in our city. Even older guys. If they're about it and you grind hard and you work hard, you know, you could change your passion and turn that into your job. And, you know, it won't feel like your job if you're passionate about it. You're just going to be doing what you love to do. So hopefully everyone gets that point of view. They get that perception of, you know, what they're missing out on, rather than to be out there hanging out on the street. You know, make some music, listen to some music, feel better about yourself.
Yeah, because music is good, you know. It's an instrument of peace. Like, when you're talking about music, you should be talking about, like, recording studios. Do you have, like, those facilities in Patterson where you can record without any problems and at a very cheap price?
Yeah, you know, I got the best of both worlds growing up, because, you know, I was born in Patterson, you know, bounced around, and we moved to Hackensack, but then we were still in Patterson every weekend. Then my mother wasn't, you know, happy about what was going on, so she tried to move us to the suburbs up there somewhere in Jersey called Sussex County, which is, that place alone is like, it's a puzzle. You know, I thought it's so weird because it's a different way of living, you know, mostly white people, you know, nothing urban or, you know, no, you don't get the city vibe at all up there. And when we had moved up there, it was about maybe 6 black families altogether in this town. But, you know, once again, we were in Patterson every week. After, you know, it was like pretty much we go to school, Friday comes, we're back in Patterson until the weekend's over, and then back up there to the suburbs. So we never really, in our eyes, and me and my brother's eyes and my sister's eyes, we never really moved away. We just took everything with us. So,
now, are you like a recording artist? Are you like working on something new right now? And where are you doing that?
Absolutely. I'll be releasing my first single called Friends with Benefits, hopefully this week. That's my solo project. I'm working on the name for the mixtape. But yeah, I'm starting to get a run of things and a feel of things. And me, I'm the type of person, you know, once I get the feel for it, you know, I kick off. Very fast learner. It's just, I mean, I feel like I'm getting access to all the things that I never had when it comes to doing music. You know, I always wrote in a notepad, loosely paper full of just bars and, you know, lyrics and ideas for songs, but I never had the studio or someone around me that's just like, you know what, let's see what it sounds like if you lay it down. You know, I was old school with it.
So, now let's talk about like recording studio in Patterson. Do you have like recording studios in Patterson where you can record your music? Yes. A couple months ago, maybe 2 months ago, I linked up with, you know, a friend of the family's friend, and they heard something that I've previously recorded, you know, just messing around, I guess, you know, freestyle, and it actually got me inside of a studio with some good people, and I jumped on a few of their tracks as well once they heard, you know, my talent, and I'm starting to build a bigger relationship with them. So, you know, I'm starting to get some access to the studio, but it's very hard because people sell dreams. Yeah.
Oh, they sell dreams, and you spend more on the dream that they sold you than the actual studio session that you're going to be in. So, you know, when someone tells you something really good like that, it's something that you've been passionate about for years, and you know what that opportunity can lead to, you look forward to it. But it's a lot of letting down going on.
So, is there like any like competition in Pakistan? Because we know there are a lot of young people who are into rap music and hip hop. Are you facing like any like musical competition over there?
I will say this. I appreciate the fact that my city is musically talented, musically inclined. And I kind of don't look at it as a competition because I do what I do, they do what they do. As long as they're passionate about it and, they're doing what they love to do and, they're having some heads nodding, I respect it. I'm not the type to come in and, badmouth any artist because I don't like their music. There's some artists that, I feel their music isn't for me, but that doesn't mean I won't listen to it. Because, it's kind of like being in a situation that you're not familiar with, but you take what you can out of it. That's kind of how I look at music. I'll hear a song and, if it may not be for me, I'll take what was made for me to hear what I did like out of it. And, I'll keep it moving with that. I'll always support, someone who's doing what I love to do too. I'll always support an artist. Shout out to Fetty Wap. Shout out to B Rebel. Shout out to Hard Luck. Hard Luck. He paved the way for a couple of us rappers because from what I can remember, he was one of the big deals a few years back, and the way that the whole way it has changed from now is everyone's starting to step up. So. I appreciate the music that my city makes. I appreciate the music that, a lot of people make. So, as far as competition, I feel like I'm different.
Okay, good. To be different is good in art. And, and a lot of artists know the art world is changing because artists are appreciating, collaborating with other artists. Are you the type of artist that like to cooperate or collaborate with other artists?
Oh yes, I had a conversation with one of the artists. He was formerly with, the Remy Boys, but he goes by the name of P Dice. I see him outside, chilling on his block, and now I don't know him too well, but knowing that he does what he does and I do what I do, I hopped out of the car and walked up to him, told him I appreciate what he does, and I asked if he would like to hear something, maybe we could collaborate on something. And turns out that I believe you have the copy of the 679 song that they've done, Fetty Wap, Monty, and P Dice. I remixed it, spit a little bit freestyle to it, and I got a good reaction from it. He had already heard of it when I spoke to him, and that made me feel good because he was someone who put his music out back in the day. He had the whole town jumping to it. So, to hear that he heard my freestyle and then to hear his reaction from me, spitting a few bars for him right then and there, he told me I sound really, really good. And he gave me, we had a conversation about collaborating. But, he went through what he went through as far as, his split up with the Remy Boys, and, I was too busy still trying to get into a studio. So any opportunity that I get to get in the studio, I try to seize it.
That sounds good. And what is really cool for us about it is to write their own music. And then Marcus, as a young artist, you're so inspired that you write your own music. What inspires you to write music?
Life itself, the curveballs, the negativity, heartbreak, just dealing with situations. They all motivate me. Being in bad situations, like I'm sure I've been down to prison twice, pretty much most of my 20s. I'm 29 now, but I don't look it. Prison preserves you. But I look, I could still keep up, and that's nothing for me because those situations alone, and dealing with people with their situations, I learned a lot, and I try to incorporate them in my music. But I definitely am motivated by just life alone. Waking up every day to something.
That's really inspiring. We know some artists write music and play it, and others write music for other people. Do you only write for yourself, or do you write for other people?
Oh, actually, I write for other people too. I write R&B songs. I don't know how so to explain it, but it's so easy for me to be, because of past experience / what the female has said to me, how I've made a female feel. I incorporate that in my music, and I could come up with a whole song. Music, and I write others. I probably have 30 songs that I wrote that aren't even for me. It's just if I ever had the opportunity and met up with someone who I feel, can actually play that part in the track, I'll give it to them. Hey, you sing this like this, and I hear the lyrics. This is what it needs to sound like. This is how I have it in my head. I kind of have like that mad scientist disease. I jump over to one song, and I jump to the next, and I jump to the next, and I'll just create something. And if they like it, which I've been getting that response a lot, if they like it, they'll want to sing it.
Ibu, can you let people listen a little about his music? Then he give some comments about the subject he's, treating or stuff like that.
Ken, are you Ken?
Yeah, I want to play some of his music.
Yeah, okay, good. So, Marcus, we're going to play one of your pieces, and then we'll talk about it, okay?
Yeah.
The Remy boys, I got this. The Molly turned this girl into a thought bitch. I hate when niggas think they got their girl on lock. Shit, leave it with me and get your motherfucking locks picked. Oh, baby girl, you're so damn fine though, but not that fine that I won't leave that ass behind though. I'm playing. Tell me where you tryna go. Only sipping Remy, I ain't got no time for wine hoes. Well, I can see that ass through a blindfold. I'm saying I can see that ass with my eyes closed. She know I'm aware that she don't fuck with squares. And for me, she throw that ass in a circle, make a cyclone. Yeah. She said, boy, you're a mess. And I know what that means. On the low, she's impressed. I put kisses on her neck, slide my hand on her dress, then I give her dope dick, make her feel a urine test. I'm saying we could dip low key. How your figure's so nice, yeah, this shit so mean. Every time she run my dick, she can't help but go. We ever screaming, oh God, she call me the OG. The Remy boys got the city on tilt. Word bond, I know my niggas got me covered like a quilt. Said you gotta eat the booty like groceries. I'm like, how the fuck do you eat groceries? I'm telling you, I got this sewn up. They say you reap what you sow. I told that nigga, so what? Baby girl, I make my move, that's a checkmate. Told you I'ma shine. Everybody watch me do it like a sex tape. I'm gone.
Hey, Marcus.
Yeah. For real.
Okay, good. We bring your
I said I'm gone.
I can hear it.
Check, nigga. Shout out to Ernstine, man. Shout out to Remy, man. We out here. Tell me what you see. Is it money or is me? Nah, what up?
I still really like that track a lot.
Okay, that was a freestyle song, and I think Marcus was talking about love there. Okay. So,
Marcus, what would you say? Give us some comment about the piece we just played.
To talk about that track?
Yeah.
So 6-7, the track 679 has actually been, floating around before it got as big as it did. But I've always liked that beat. I've always liked that song, and it stuck to me. It stuck to me. And then one day I was in my room, and I just decided, I'm like, what would I say to that? What would I say to that song? I've always thought about what I would say to it, but I just decided to go into it. And then 30 minutes later, I had this thing written down, and my boy, shout out to my friend Scott Paul. That's my boy. If anyone has shown that they believe in me since, you know, I've had the opportunity to make music, it was that kid, because we were young, and I linked up with him when my mother moved us up to Sussex County, and you know, me and him and his brother, we used to sit at the radio, plug in some headphones with the tape recorder, and we would just rap over old tracks. If we can get the instrumentals to them, if they had just the instrumentals, then we would rap over it. And you know, he came through one day because we had a show to do actually that had Fetty Wap a part of it. So I just decided to write to the track, you know, I guess due to the show that we were about to do. And I got a good reaction from it. So I just pretty much said what I would say about the song. This track right here is with my boy Scott Paul. Shout out to Scott Paul, Illington.
Then you have a question, please, Chad?
Scotty, ay, Scotty, ay, yeah. You know I got me stand up on my back like a backpack. Anything I want, homie, I ain't track that. Kinda abstract, but like NASCAR, I'm getting to that money on the fast track. I knew all along that my purpose was greater. Now if you want beef, I will serve like a waiter. These ladies love me, I deserve to be favored. Got me like, hey girl, what's your name? Do you got a man, girl, who you came with? Scotty P so famous, and the tan boy so dangerous. Now I am trying to find it if the carpet's in the curtains match. She turn around, I can work with that. She go black, yeah, you heard of that. Ain't no turning back, girl, we could be a perfect match. I've been on a roll, line around the corner at every single show. I've been winning with my bros, middle finger to my foes. If you don't know, now you know. If you don't know, now you know.
You ain't know, that's your spot, hope you enjoyed it. You pump faking, you ain't shitting, I just sitting on the toilet. A show, pulling up, smoking loud, bitches bugging. You so blind to the facts, that's why I never saw us coming. Pull up like my pants, tagging, name a bitch I can't bag it. Even though she say I'm it, I never let the bitch tag me. Me and Scotty train to go, bitch talk to me like you know. She OD on a D like dope, legs around my neck like my goal.
I've been on a roll, line around the corner at every single show. I've been winning with my bros, middle finger to my foes. If you don't know, now you know. If you don't know, now you know. I've been on a roll, line around the corner at every single show. I've been winning with my bros, middle finger to my foes. If you don't know, now you know. If you don't know, now you know. I've been on the road. I've been on the road. I've been on the road.
We've been on the road, counting money, doing shows. Middle finger to my foes. I've been winning with my bros.
Yeah, we about to blow. Look at all this goddamn dough. We done took it coast to coast. Now these Jersey boys about to take the whole globe like yeah. We got Jersey in the bitch like yeah. We know we in here like yeah. We got Jersey in the bitch like yeah. Anything that I want, I'ma grind for it. Know I be at the top when it's time for it. Didn't nobody do us no favors. Now I enjoy all the fruits of my labor. Anything that I want, I'ma grind for it. Know I be at the top when it's time for it. Didn't nobody do us no favors. Now I enjoy all the fruits of my labor.
I've been on a roll, line around the corner at every single show. Talk passe to all my zoes, playing this out so long ago. I just knew that I would blow, plant that seed and watch it grow. Illington up in this bitch, Illington up in this bitch, Scotty P up in this bitch,
Yeah, the name of that track is called "Now You Know." That's Scott Hall featuring MKs.
So what are you exactly talking about in that piece called "That Know You Know"?
Huh?
What are you talking about in that piece?
It's being underrated and, actually getting to the shows, getting to the point where, you're doing shows and you got a good turnout outside and, you're having a good time. You're doing exactly what you love to do. You're making music and performing it. So, there's a little bit of that life back there. You're gonna have some drinks and you're just gonna have a good time and just you with your boys.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good, man. Are you doing like a lot of events, like performances in New York or in Patterson? Are you on stage, man? I mean, are you on stage? Do you take part in like concerts in your city or somewhere else?
Yeah, I've been at Club Bliss. I met at Club Bliss. But it was. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to doing stuff in New York, doing shows in New York, and doing some work out there. Absolutely, that's how you're actually you're running now. Everything may have been at a walking pace, but once you're doing some spots in New York, I feel like you're running now because you're outside of you're doing shows in Jersey and in New York. So when that happens, that's a good feeling too, because it's also scary because you're not around, your crowd. You're not around your surroundings. So,
Well, it's sometimes as an artist, sometimes good to be away from your comfort zone, and explore other places. Yeah, it will help you to branch out and to connect. And, which is like a very wonderful thing, And you have a manager who you work with. Her name is Amanda. Maybe you want to say something about the show, or do you want to tell us like how you deal with her as far as your music is concerned?
Amanda, she. I used to spit a few songs for her too. She's a friend of her family, and she would come around. And then she would bring her family around and, we'd all hang out and I would spit something to her. And she told me that she liked it. She knows some people. She could talk to two people for her. So she's helping out a lot with it.
Good. Which is good, Amanda, and thanks for collaborating with this artist because we all need like a manager or somebody who shows what we do and take us to other places or connections with artists, with other people.
Yeah, it's really good to have someone like that, especially in your court, because, they can use what they know, what they know about, the game and, the hustle and grind. And, you learn something from people like them too, people like Amanda too.
Yeah. Hi, son. Do you have a question to Marcus?
Hi, Marcus. We've been listening to him, and really, we appreciate his music. As we all know, in Patterson, New Jersey, as his home place, there are hip hop clubs in Patterson. A lot of hip hop clubs. So I just wanted to ask him in what club he usually perform. So if people go to Patterson, they can see him.
Except for the people that can come to Patterson to see me.
Yeah, I mean, do you have any club where you play where people can come and watch your shows?
Oh, like a spot to play at?
Yeah.
Well, there's a few spots you have to, there's a process, I guess, to go through to actually do a show at someone else's place. But what I absolutely like, absolutely, that's what we're working on. doing spots and like M keeps the artist alone, and because I've had features, so doing shows in Patterson alone, yes, I have opportunities to do that coming soon. And outside of Patterson too, just Jersey, the area where I'm from, you got State County, Bergen County, Morris County. I'm working on all of that now, so you will be seeing more of me as an artist.
Well, that sounds good. We would like to remind our listeners that today's guest is Marcus Wizard, like a rap reggae singer and a songwriter, living right here in New Jersey, especially in Patterson. Okay, Marcus, the other thing I would like to talk about, like, do you have like specific group, or do you play like any instruments?
Do I have
like a musical group?
Play any instrument?
Yeah, instrument. Yeah.
Well, as I told you, growing up in the church, I used to sit next to my cousin at the drums, so I picked up on the drums. It got to the point where, I was playing the drums at church as a young boy. I was probably like 8 years old, 9 years old. So when I got the full hang of it, and I've been playing the drums for a long time, but to have people who play different types of instruments, I'm still looking. If I can come across any of those musicians who who just like to play and can play, oh yeah, I'll collaborate, because expect variety from me. I'm gonna I have tracks where I can freestyle on, and I could talk to them. I like using metaphors and being sarcastic, so expect different types of songs from me. So if it has like a jazzy vibe and I could put like an old school hip hop tune to it, I would do it. So I definitely expect variety, and any talented musicians I could come across that would like to work with me, and I work with them. I have plenty of ideas. I'm sure they already have ideas, but I'm with that.
Yeah, because that is very interesting, because rap music is like international, because you see people singing in African language, in French, in German. Have you ever got a chance to collaborate with like a foreign artist, somebody from Europe or from Africa?
No, not as of yet. I would like to. That would be different. That's something different. Mm-hmm. So of course, I can't think of anyone who's really done that right off the top of their head. But
yeah, because in countries like in West Africa, in countries like Senegal, where we're from, we have thousands and thousands of reggae rap singers, but the destination is mostly Europe. I mean, it would be nice to see you singing with like a young Senegalese artist who would be singing in African language, and you got to be singing in English. That mixture would be like something really tremendous.
Certainly, definitely.
Yeah. Marcus, we have 5 minutes left, so we just would like to ask you, what are your plans, and so what are your plans in the future? Where do you want to see your music or yourself within like 10 years or 5 years?
5 years and 10 years. I absolutely plan on being heard by more people than now. I expect a bigger fan base, and actually I want to be established somewhere musically, whether it's just writing songs, whether it's just songwriting, or I would definitely love to just be established musically, writing for other artists.
Have your own label?
I have my own label, my own everything. It's not have my own, record label and business. It would be, I would be right there at the front door of owning my own business.
Yes. That's going to be like a wonderful thing, you know. And what kind of advice do you have for young people who are starting to sing, to be in reggae music, or who are liking reggae music?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of pieces of advice do you have to the young generation of kids who are in reggae music? Well, I'm sorry, in rap music, rap or hip hop music.
What about in hip hop music? That what?
So, what kind of advice do you have to give to the young kids who are in rap music?
Yeah, the advice I would have to give to the youth as far as making music is, don't worry too much about what anybody has to say about your dream. Don't let anyone dictate your dream. If that's what you want to do and you love it, go for it. Practicing it, work at it, so that your craft becomes untouchable and it becomes, irreplaceable. And to take heed of your elders, the guidance and the wisdom from, people that are inside of the game already and they have something to say. Listen to what people have to say. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Don't think that you know everything about the music, because you make it. No. Someone always knows more.
Yeah, and it's a never-ending subject. You always have to learn. The more you meet people, the more you perform, the more you learn, and the better your music is.
Right.
Okay.
Somebody may tell you something that you needed to hear.
Sure. Yeah, you're right. So, Marcus, now what's your last word? We are coming to the end of our show. What do you have to tell to the listeners and to your fans?
Please follow me on Instagram at MQuis_Trilla. That's MQUIS_Trilla. I'm on SoundCloud. Just look forward to that Friends with Benefits. Go check out my 679 freestyle. I got a Trap House freestyle on SoundCloud too, so check that out and expect more from me. That single Now You Know is gonna drop. That's Scott Paul featuring MQ. Get a grip of that.
Yeah.
Everyone just stay positive.
Okay, stay positive, and then have a wonderful day. Let me ask Stan if he got something to ask. Hey, Stan?
Shout out to the Remy boys, I got this. The Molly turned this girl into a...
Just to thank Marquis for coming here and spending his time, explaining about of his music and sharing his thoughts, We just, thank him so much and hope to have him again, in more different approaches.
Appreciate it, man. No problem. Anytime I'll come talk to you guys.
All right,
okay,
brother.
And thank you to Marcus and thank you to Amanda for the connection. And we look forward to having you again right here on Radio Pikine Diaspora. Have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you so much.
That bitch. I hate when niggas think they got their girl on lock. Shit, leave it with me and get your motherfucking locks picked. Oh, baby girl, you're so damn fine though, but not that fine that I won't leave.